Welcome to another FWS Flash Wrestling Style match. That's FWS Flash Wrestling Style. And today's match is going to be the Flash, the Jay Garrick Flash, versus the Thinker. Yes, he thinks. He's smart. He's the Thinker. Welcome back to another episode. I'm sorry there's no episode last week. I got very busy in my personal life, and yeah, I just kind of forgot because I'm stupid. So yeah, we are finally back this week with another episode, as we are in East Garden City, New York, as finally we have returning to the show after quite a few episodes in over a year, just like another certain Flash. We have a one and only a Jay Garrick with his Hulk Hogan looking ass intro, because he's a classic, iconic man, you know? He's the classic Flash. He's the, he's the least controversial one. Your safety one. Your safety Flash. Actually, I think DC's made that Barry Allen recently. I don't know. It's always just Barry Allen. That's always our go-to. But anyway, where has Jay Garrick been? Ever since coming out of retirement, thanks to Barry Allen, because after meeting another Flash from another dimension, it inspired him to come back. It's like he had his own prodigal son out there, in another dimension. He's brought back other superheroes out of retirement, like the old Green Lantern, the Alan Scott one, the fantasy one. He actually has a daughter named Jade, who's like a Green Lantern type character. She's cool. She's got green skin, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, the whole Justice Society, they were actually before the Justice League, the Justice Society. They're back, all that, If we're keeping comics continuity, they come back out of their old age, and, well, not out of their old age, they're still old, but they're not retired anymore. So yeah, and of course now he's wrestling for us. You see, since Barry Allen is kind of taking a break from wrestling because he's had a really bad past few episodes, guys. One video was dedicated purely to the villains. His fucking sidekick lost to the top. Yeah. And Barry Allen himself lost to a fucking gorilla, which, I mean, losing to a monkey, that's not too embarrassing. That's understandable. It's a fucking monkey. It's a gorilla. But, Barry Allen's not very happy. So Jay Garrick is here providing us with some levity here. He's going to give us a nice, wholesome match, I'm sure. I mean, one of his old enemies actually called him out recently, the Thinker, actually, after the destruction of the Shade last time. Yeah, that in his last match. The Thinker was like, you know what, I think I can do better than you, Shade, so let me take you on here. But anyway, now let's learn a little bit about the Thinker. As he comes out to this old classic-looking intro, and he looks like a fucking Waluigi genie. Oh my god. What was I thinking with this design? I mean, I couldn't recreate the helmet, so why did I go with genie with UFO Brainiac circles on it? Bro, looks like an orange Waluigi. Alright, so while I question my design choices for my character, oh my god. He looks like fucking Vincent Price in the 60s Batman show, but now he has a genie hat. He's Genie Man. Professor Genie Boy. Okay, so the Thinker, so basically in the original continuity of the Thinker, because there's been a few Thinkers. This isn't the Suicide Squad Thinker. No. This is straight up the original The Thinker, and basically, originally he was actually a lawyer. He was on the side of the law. But, he kind of grew out of that. He decided, because criminals kept getting re-released, so he was like, fuck this shit, man. He stopped believing in the system. And he used his knowledge of crime and criminal psychology to actually figure out, why are all these criminals getting caught? How can you truly get away with murder? So he became kind of like the thinker behind all the crimes. All the criminals did all the physical stuff. He decided their plan for them. He would basically be like hey, how do I do this shit for hire, basically. Kind of like a reverse Daredevil a little bit, that's kind of how I see him. And then that way, I'm sure it was done in a more goofy sense back then. I mean, it was 1940s superhero comics. Here, as he does a nice fucking slam on the Flash, damn. This guy, I honestly, like, with that concept alone, I think he could do some cool shit with that. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like a fun Guy Ritchie concept at the very least. But of course, them being superhero comics, they had to take a more fantastical route, and he also created a helmet, which he calls his thinking cap. His thinking cap, yes. What this thing does, I went to Jeff Goldblum there, yes, his thinking cap. You see what happens here. I'm going to take over the episode for real quick. The thinking cap, you see, when he puts it on, he thinks of something, anything he thinks of can just happen, Usually this translates over to either telekinesis or telepathy, where he can he can do stuff to your mind, or he can make stuff float with his mind. You know, it's like I think Chronicle meets Professor X, if you will. Yes, Professor X meets Chronicle. Chronicle meets Professor X. X with a nice move by a nice headbutt by a Thinker there. Very good. He did it with his thinking cap, so he didn't damage it. That's why it looks like a genie cap. He was a much more smoothly made and battle armored up thinking cap. Yes. And oh, nice armband there too. You see how now the Thinker, yes, he created this thinking cap to help him battle the Flash because, well, you see, he figured, can you truly outthink the Flash faster than him? Because we can all think faster than we think we can. Yes, thinking puns. Yes. And you say, so the Thinker figured, you know, I'm gonna use that against him, and has become a sworn enemy of him ever since. Yes. And he was even teaming up with Shay to fight him and the other Flash, our Barry Allen Flash. Yes. And now for this show, we asked him to come along to be a wrestler for us, and he was like, you know, I think I can wrestle. And of course, he said that with his thinking cap on. So then he gained the powers. Yes, to be a wrestler. Wrestler. Take it away, Zach. Thank you, Jeff Goldblum, for taking over the commentary for a second. But yes, everything he said, ditto. That's basically the Thinker's story, as he's actually been surprisingly doing very well against Flash here. I mean, like we said, he thought he could wrestle with a thinking cap on, and then he could wrestle. Is he technically cheating here? Yes, he is. Do we have rules at this point? Fuck no. AWS, FWS, they don't give a shit. The Flash will occasionally use his speed in the middle of the match against a guy with no super speed. He's not doing it here. In fact, he's getting his ass beat. Oh shit, is he about to lose? About to have another loss for the Heroes? Oh, barely. We very nearly did. Damn. Holy shit. You know what? I mean, I was making fun of this guy earlier, but you know what? Oh, a nice little bunny hop there. You just be right there on his stomach. Oh. Is this guy actually kind of awesome? Give him a round of like Rocky punches and like shit, man. He doesn't even look that. He doesn't even look that silly, honestly. I fuck with the genie hat look. I fuck with the genie thinking cap. And the fucking suit bright orange suit right out of goddamn Ocean's 11, the original with Frank Sinatra. That's a style, man. That's a fucking drip. Okay, that is a drip. If I do say so myself. You know what, Thinker? You're one of the good ones, man. Even though you are getting your ass beat, by Flash there. Oh, did that crack the thinking cap? Oh shit. I think it. Ooh. Did I really say this guy was awesome earlier? Yeah, he's not awesome. He just fucking lost. Bro's walking around looking like a fucking carrot with a fucking looking like your mom after she comes out of the shower and she's got like the towel over her head. That's what he looks like with that thing on. I bet the guy has tiny little wiener and tiny nuts, you know? Yeah. Basically, you get the joke. I thought he was awesome, then now he's not because his thinking cap broke. We thought he was awesome, but now he's not. I don't know. I didn't know what else to do with this episode, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I just want another Jay Garrick match. Let me think. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Jay Garrick's outro was like 20 years long. Can we cut to anything while he does his thing? Oh, it's just Thinker is talking to Shade right now. Hello, Thinker. Would you like some help against this guy? I mean, we both lost him and proved that we're idiots, even though we also proved that we were not bad wrestlers. So maybe together we can take him on.
Wow, I agree. I agree. I'm totally not Waluigi. Wow.
I find that hard to believe.
What's that? I can hear you. It's me, Jay Garrick. You see this? This means I can hear you from the ring. I just want to say, Barry Allen, if you're listening, I believe in you, son. You're having a hard time, but you'll make a comeback. How about you and I fight these two villains? Mono e mono, or that be stereo I stereo. Yes. I'm clever with my words. Watch me flex. Come back, Barry Allen. Let's flex on these bad ones here. I suck improvising. Finish me off, Zach.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Jay Garrick just challenged Barry Allen to team up with him against the Shade and the Thinker. We're gonna get a crossover, man. It's like the Flash number 123, you nerds. Oh my god. Well, whether you like it or not, though, that was the match. I've been her Super Zach Cucumber. I'll see you next week, or next 2 weeks, whenever this next episode comes out. We'll see Jay Garrick team up with Barry Allen. It's gonna be hot, man. What?